everyone. Today we're going to do a little bit of mat work. So come onto the mat. Go ahead and lie on your back. Now you may or may not need a pillow under your head. So it's so important in Pilates to take time to set up. So if you start with your feet and your knees together, turn out the toes, line up your heels with your toes, and then just let your knees follow in line. You should be about hip distance apart. We're going to do a couple pelvic tilts. And we're just feeling the back move, feeling the pelvis move, feeling your core start to wake up, and just bringing your awareness into your spine as it passes through neutral. And then go ahead and set the spine in neutral. So if you flatten your back and then ease off, you should just feel your back lifting off the mat. That's neutral. From here, go ahead and think about drawing the belly button gently in towards the spine without moving. And also think of lifting up gently through the pelvic floor. You're going to lengthen your arms down by your side. Think of the rib cages relaxing down. Feel the collarbones open wide. Feel your shoulder blades melt into the mat. And then gently draw your chin down into the floor and then release. You shouldn't have much change in those positions. So you just want to watch that your chin doesn't poke up towards the ceiling. We should be able to place a juicy peach or plum underneath your chin. So now you're all set in neutral. We're going to start with scissors in level 1. So we're going to inhale to prepare. As you exhale, draw your tummy in and float one leg up to single tabletop. Inhale to lower. Exhale, we're going to alternate. Inhale to lower. So this is slow, fairly easy, so it just allows you to really think about your center, your core. And what we're trying to do with these movements is keep the pelvis level. So if you had a spirit leveler between those pelvic bones, the bubble would stay in the center. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and progress to level 2. So we're going to start in double tabletop. So we always go into it one leg at a time. So one leg up into single tabletop. You got to draw your tummy in a little bit more to lift your second leg. We still want some space between the legs. Inhale to prepare, and then exhale, you're going to tap your toe. Inhale to return, and then exhale, we're alternating. So we want to try and keep the knee bent to 90 degrees. You want to almost feel your back pressing into the mat, but we should still have that gentle lift of the back away from the mat. You should be really pulling your tummy in towards your spine. We don't want the tummy pushing away. Think of lifting up through the pelvic floor. If this is challenging, you can go back to level 1, or a modification is to tap your foot closer to your bottom. That makes your leg lighter. You could also make it harder by tapping further away from your bottom, making the leg heavier. Always breathing. Remember that the movements are just a distraction from your core. So always redirect your attention to the center, your inbuilt back brace, drawing in, providing nice stability through your center. Okay, pause. We're going to do scissors level 3. As we do here is you're going to inhale to prepare, and then exhale, you're going to tap one toe down, you're going to inhale to hold. On the next exhale, you're going to swap quickly. Inhale to hold. Exhale, swap. Inhale, hold. Exhale, swap. Inhale, hold. And then once you get that going, draw your attention back toward your center. Pull the tummy in. Make sure that you keep breathing. Let's do 3 more each side. One more each side. And then just take the knees into the chest and release. So if you felt like your back was working, that's just your cue to work a little bit more through your core. It also would suggest that maybe you want to scale back a level. Go ahead and lower one foot down at a time. If you're feeling it in your hip flexors, so in the front of the thighs, that's also another cue that you're not using your core as much as you need to, and so those hip muscles start to help out. So just go back a level. All right, let's go ahead and find that neutral position again and recenter. We're doing abdominal preps. So we're gonna take our hands behind the head, inhale to prepare, and then as you exhale, think of the belly button and pelvic floor lifting in and up as your ribs draw down and your shoulder blades lift off the mat. Inhale to hold, exhale, lengthen, lower. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift, inhale, hold, exhale, lengthen, lower. Your gaze is just above the knees. You want a little space underneath your chin. And make sure your belly doesn't push out, so always thinking of pulling in and lifting up. And we do have that hold, and it just allows you to work a little bit more through endurance. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. We're going to lift one leg into single tabletop and continue with our abdominal preps. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, so we're taking out the hold. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Keep going. Really think about keeping the back in neutral. So we're not smashing our back into the floor. We have a very gentle lift of the lower back away from the floor. You're really focusing on that belly button, drawing in towards the spine without any movement through your lower back. All the movement is coming from the rib cage drawing down, and that's what lifts our shoulders off the ground. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. We're going to switch legs. Okay, inhale to prepare, exhale into abdominal prep, inhale to lower. So you may be thinking, this is a lot like a crunch, but it's not. We're really mindful of keeping that lower back still and really putting the tummy in. And you should feel like you're working. It's harder than it looks. Really pull the tummy in. See if you can go a little bit higher. Look at your belly. Make sure your belly doesn't push away. I want to try and create a sense of flatness through the belly. Let's do 3 more. Keep the elbows wide. We're only using the hands to support the weight of the head, not to pull on the head. Last one. Okay, keep that leg there. You're going to bring up your other leg. Okay, we're going to reach our fingertips, turn our palms up, and we're going to beat our arms up and down. Really think of that center, so belly button drawing in, lift up to the pelvic floor. We're breathing in for 5 beats, and out for 5. Keep working with your breath. Try and feel that sense of stability through your body. If you want, you can go into the abdominal prep position. Make sure your tummy doesn't push away. Think of lifting up through the pelvic floor. Keep the shoulders down and your neck long. Go ahead and squeeze your legs together. And we're almost there. I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen and lower 1 foot down at a time. We're going to take a moment to stretch it out a little bit with our one leg stretch and overhead reach. So arms come overhead. We're going to exhale, straighten one leg as both arms come overhead. Inhale to return. And then we're just going to alternate the legs. So now we get a nice stretch going on through the front of the body. Okay, so that feels good. Just make sure your ribs stay down. And even though we are stretching here and it feels good, you want to still keep that sense of stability through your center. If you want, you can flex your foot, pull up on the toes at the end. You probably can't see mine, but my toes are pointed up towards the ceiling at the end and I get a little calf stretch. We'll do 2 more each side. 1 more each side. Great. All right, 1 more nice movement. We're gonna lower our arms. Go ahead and place your palms up towards the ceiling. Really connect the shoulder blades into the ground. Feet and knees together. Inhale, and then exhale. Your knees are gonna rock one direction, and you're slowly rotating through the spine. And if you're feeling comfortable looking the opposite way, go ahead and we get a nice ringing out of the spine. Inhale to hold, and then exhale. Your head begins the unwind down through the spine, back to neutral. Exhale to go the other way. And really, this is just whatever feels good to you, and it should feel good. Finally, we get to move through the back. We're going to do 1 more each side. And did you know, taking a break, especially if you're sitting at your desk, just lying on the floor in this sort of T position here with your arms up towards the ceiling is helpful for your posture. Far better than sitting in the couch. Doing some of these can be great for you. All right, good job. Just a short one today. Go ahead and make sure that you grab a drink and just feel a sense of calm and stay connected with your core. Good work, and hopefully see you soon.